You ever be living your life peacefully, not bothering anyone, then suddenly notice one suspiciously shiny hair on your head that definitely was not there before? You stare at it. It stares back. And in that moment, you realize something terrifying. Your hair might be aging faster than you are. But why does that even happen? Did your hair just give up? Is it stressed? Is it trying to tell you something? Or is there a secret process happening right on your scalp that nobody warned you about? I'm Professor Everything, and today we'll be answering the question, why does our hair turn gray as we grow older? Right here on Explaining Everything. Every strand of hair on your head starts off colorless. That's right. Your hair is naturally transparent, like a tiny fishing line. The color comes from pigment, specifically something called melanin. Melanin is made by special cells called melanocytes, which live in your hair follicles. Think of them as tiny factory workers whose only job is to paint your hair before it grows out of your head. If they're doing their job, your hair comes out brown, black, blonde, or whatever genetic lottery ticket you won. As long as those melanocytes are active, your hair stays colored. But here's the problem. Those workers are on a limited contract. They don't last forever. Over time, they slow down, make less melanin, or straight up quit without notice. When the pigment supply drops, the hair grows out with less color. Less pigment means lighter hair. No pigment at all? Congratulations, that strand is now gray, or white if it's completely unpainted. Your hair didn't change color, it just stopped getting colored in the first place. So why do melanocytes stop working? Because aging is basically one long series of budget cuts for your body. As you get older, your body becomes less efficient at repairing and maintaining cells. Melanocytes are especially sensitive to damage, and over time, they accumulate stress from things like oxidation. Oxidation is basically biological rust. Your cells are slowly dealing with wear and tear just from existing. Rude, honestly. Eventually, melanocytes either malfunction or die off. When enough of them stop working, the hair follicle loses its ability to produce melanin altogether. At that point, the hair grows out gray permanently. No comeback tour, no reunion episode. This is also why gray hair doesn't usually reverse. Once the pigment factory shuts down, it doesn't reopen just because you started sleeping 8 hours or drinking more water. Your hair follicles have officially retired from color production. If you're wondering why some people get gray hair at 25, while others don't see a single gray until their 50s, the answer is simple and annoying. Genetics. Your DNA sets the timer. Somewhere in your genetic code is an invisible alarm clock that decides when your melanocytes start slowing down. That's why people often go gray around the same age as their parents. If your dad had salt and pepper hair early, your scalp probably already knows what's coming. If your mom stayed dark-haired forever, you might be safe for a while. It's not fair, but biology has never been interested in fairness. This also explains why gray hair shows up unevenly. One follicle might lose pigment early, while the one right next to it is still working overtime. That's how you end up with one single gray hair that feels like it's mocking you personally. And just to make things extra disrespectful, your hair doesn't even coordinate this process. There's no meeting where all follicles agree to go gray together. Nope, One hair panics early, another stays loyal for decades, and suddenly your head looks like it's going through an identity crisis. That's why gray hair often shows up as random sparkles instead of a clean transition. Your scalp is basically freelancing the aging process. You've probably heard someone say, "That stress gave me gray hair," usually right after a long sigh. And while stress didn't personally sneak into your bathroom with hair dye and bad intentions, it does mess with the system behind the scenes. When you're under long-term stress, your body releases chemicals that can interfere with the stem cells responsible for maintaining melanocytes. Those stem cells are basically the backup crew for your hair's pigment factory. If they get damaged or depleted, melanocytes don't get replaced properly, and once they're gone, the color goes with them. In simple terms, stress doesn't magically turn hair gray overnight, but it can hit the fast-forward button if your hair was already on that path. It's less cause and more accelerator pedal. And the most annoying part? Stress hits everyone differently. Some people lose sleep, some lose patience, and others lose pigment. Your body just picks a struggle. So if gray hair shows up during a stressful time, it's not random, but it's not personal either. Just your hair being dramatic. Gray hair isn't a glitch. It's not punishment. It's not your body betraying you out of spite. It's just what happens when your hair's pigment factories slowly clock out after years of loyal service. Your melanocytes worked hard, painted millions of strands, and eventually said, "Yeah, I'm done." Genetics decided when it started. Aging made it permanent, and stress might have nudged things along a bit. So the next time you spot a gray hair, don't panic. It's not the end. It's just proof that your hair has been around long enough to earn a little wisdom, or at least a lighter color palette. If you enjoy this video, or if it didn't instantly give you a new gray hair, please like and subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.